Hi everybody, today's video is specially for people who are unable to take time out to read. I know most of us I have been on the other side of the table where I could not read at all. I had no passion for books. I found reading very boring. And then I have been on the other side where I enjoy reading thoroughly. I have seen improvements happening in my life because of the books I'm reading. I've seen my mind blossoming because of the books I'm reading. So I've been on both sides of the table, and I very well know that there is a big mental shift that happens when you move from this side of the table when you're not reading at all to this side of the table where you are an avid reader. You enjoy reading too much. Yeah, so coming to the point, this video is especially for the people who want to read books but either find reading boring or they are unable to take time out or whatever. Okay, now I have a solution for your problem. Okay, there are lakhs and lakhs of books in this world. Of course, nobody can read all of them. Okay, so there are two problems that are associated to this one issue, and that is, first one is that you do not have time to read all of the books that are available. Of course, nobody can because I don't know how many books there are in the world. Now, another problem is that you do not know how to come up with the best kind of books, a book that you would want to benefit from. You do not know how to find the good books. I mean, that's a problem that even I face. It's difficult to find out which books to read, which are the ones that are going to help me, that are going to interest me. So these are two problems. First, you don't have time to read all the books. Second, you do have some time, but you do not know what to read. And this is a solution that will, solve both these problems. So let us find out what the solution is. So there are many applications and there are many websites that have actually put in lots and lots of pain to compress these thousands of books into 10 or 15 minute reads. Yeah, and you can actually use those. Okay, so many of them are free and a lot of these are paid, but the paid ones do have free trials. So you could use these, find out if you like them, and then of course you could put in your hard-earned money. So these books that have been compressed are pretty huge. Obviously, most of these are 10 or 12 or 15 or 20 hour reads, right? So these are huge. If you actually sit down to read the entire book, it's going to take you days, it's going to take you months sometimes. But these applications, these websites make it very easy for you because they have compressed these into short readings and just have given you the gist of the book, okay? And then from the gist, now if you wanna get to the problem number 2 that I stated, that you do not know what to read, how to find out the best books, what you could do is read these 10-minute briefs, these short briefings of the books, and then find out which book may interest you. And by the way, there is an important piece of information lying towards the end of the video where I've given you the names, the list of these websites and applications that you could use. So do watch till the end, and there are also links in the description of the video. So do check the description of the video to find out the list, okay? Now, coming to my disclaimer, something that I have to say here. Is really something that I feel that this is not a substitute for reading. No, it is not. Okay, this is not something that is going to give you the best benefit of actually reading a book. All right, but this is still better than not reading at all. I personally feel that everybody does have time to read. Everybody can take 30 minutes out of their busy schedule and read. Okay, we all know the benefits of exercising, right? We all know that exercise is so hugely beneficial for our health, but we still do not do it because any kind of exercise, be it your physical exercise where you pull weights and stuff and you jog and you run, or a mental exercise where you read, because reading is mental exercise. But since it is boring, since it is meditative, see, anything that is meditative requires a lot of attention, Reading is definitely one of those things that are extremely meditative. You won't know unless you do. And since it is so meditative, it actually cuts you from the world for a while. So for that half an hour or 1 hour that you're reading, you are actually away from the world that you're otherwise living in. You forget your worries, you forget what's going on in the world, in your life. And since it is so meditative, it's definitely gonna require a lot of attention. It's gonna require a lot of focus, and attention and focus are the biggest fights in the world we are living right now. There's a lot of fight that's going on for attention. All these websites you see, Facebook, you see YouTube, you see so many other websites, they're fighting for your attention. Everybody's trying to come up with the best kind of features, the best kind of ways of drawing your attention. They want you to stick to these websites. Attention की तो fight है, सबसे ज़्यादा attention और focus की तो fight है. You're literally fighting for your own focus in a day, every day. And since it has become so difficult to pay attention to things, so difficult to focus, reading is obviously gonna get difficult because it requires a lot of attention. I mean, sometimes when I am reading, I feel that I'm not paying a lot of attention, and then I have to read the same paragraph over and over again because I've missed the gist of it. I've missed what the author is trying to say in that paragraph. And so I have to keep going back to it because I have to fight with my own thoughts. And I can understand if it is happening with you, but I'd still urge you to start reading. And if still you do not have that thing in you that you want to read, and you do not know how to develop this as a habit, start by reading these summaries of books. Okay, now I am done with my idea. I've told you everything that I feel about this concept. This concept is beneficial, but it is not a substitute for actual reading of a book. The way a proper book, a full read, can benefit your mind, your life, these just cannot, but they are still better than not reading at all, and they can actually help you land on a great book. You like the gist of something, you like the summary, and you buy the full book and you read it, right? So I'm also gonna show you one book that I'm gonna read next. It's on my list. It's already there in my shelf. I have a library here. Okay, I have a library here. So it's on my list, and I'm gonna show you which book I'm gonna start next. So that is it for the concept part of it. Now I'll draw your attention to the list that I have for you of the names of the applications and the websites. Another thing is that, guys, I really do support this idea. If you do not have time or you're unable to develop this as a habit, start by reading summaries. This can actually make you This can actually make you a great reader in the future. If not today, maybe 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line. Okay, start by reading this when you're hanging in the metro, or you are just standing in the bus going somewhere, or you're commuting, you're going to your office, coming back from your office, or doing anything where you can afford to get some time out. Start reading these summaries. Okay, now let's get to the part where I tell you the names. So here's the list: Blinkist, Short Form, Get Abstract, Insta-Read, Mentorist, Story Shorts, 12 minutes, I don't know how to pronounce this, Headway. And then there are free options like 4minutebooks.com and Book Summaries by James Clear. Books are gems, somehow being sold for the price of peanuts. I'm gonna leave you to the start now. Bye. I forgot to show you the book. Let me quickly get it. So one of these is A Brief History of Time. Okay, Stephen Hawking, extremely famous, by the way, in case you do not know. Project Hail Mary, and this is by Andy Weir. That's how you pronounce. So he's the same guy who's written The Martian. Yeah, The Martian. Okay, so that's about it. Right now I am through this book, Psychopath Test. Yeah, and these two are next.